Hi guys, today I have for you an Anthropologie inspired jewelry tree. So let's get started. These are some of the items that you'll need for this project. You'll need wood dowels, wood squares that measure 4 by 4. I'm using 3 separate small wood pieces, but you can use a solid piece of wood, probably no more than an inch thick. Some scissors, floral wire. I used 3 packages and I got mine at the Dollar Tree. A jewelry crimper, wire cutters, glue gun and glue stick, paint, and I'm using this metallic chalk paint because that's what I had on hand. A paintbrush, a tape measure, a pencil. You also need a drill and a drill bit, some E6000, and this is optional, but you can have a piece of floral foam, and I'll tell you in a few minutes why you might want to use that. And you also need these gold metal rings, these solid rings. I got mine on Amazon and they're 4 inches. And then you could use some Mod Podge, and also you could use some metallic spray paint, which will be a nice option if you don't have the chalk paint. So firstly, you're going to take some E6000 and you're going to glue your pieces together. Now if you don't have the separate pieces of wood, of course you won't have to do this step. Okay, so after that's completely dry, you want to drill a hole in the center. And as you can see, this will fit your dowel perfectly. So now we're going to cut our pieces. And you'll need 2 longer pieces and 2 shorter pieces, and you might need approximately 3 dowels for this. So the first one you want to cut will be 8 inches, 9 inches, 4 inches, and 3 inches. And I'm going to show you now how I easily cut these. So I just take my scissors and I just rock back and forth with the dowel until I get this indentation in it, and then I just easily snap it off. So for this next step, this is where you're going to paint your wood pieces, and again I'm just using this metallic chalk paint because that's what I had on hand. But also putting those wood dowels in that floral foam, if you're spray painting, that would come in very handy. So now I'm gonna take one of my solid gold rings and I'm gonna glue it with the E6000 onto the platform. And again, you want to let that dry 24 hours. So now your jewelry stand will start to come together, and this is how the next step is just spacing it out. And you're going to need your pencil for this and a tape measure. So starting from the bottom, you're going to measure approximately 2.5 inches, no more than 3 though, from the bottom of the dowel. And this is where your first dowel will go. The next is another 2.5 inches. That's for your second one. Your third dowel is approximately 1.5 inches. And then your fourth dowel is 3.5 inches from that one. And then your ring goes in between the second and the fourth dowel, and you're going to want to mark that too. So the next step is putting those circle wires around your dowels, and you're going to need 2 bottles. You're going to need a little bit of a bigger bottle. I'm using this essential oil bottle, and then I have a trial size mascara, and you're going to need your floral wire. So to make those circles, you're going to take a piece of wire approximately 10 to 12 inches, and you're going to, in the center of the wire, you're going to wrap this around your bottle. And again, if you feel the need to use a pair of gloves when you're dealing with the floral wire, please do so. I was okay not using gloves, but the ends can get pointy, so that might be a good idea if you think you're going to need a pair of gloves. So you just wrap it around very tightly. And this is what it's going to look like. So taking your center dowel, you're going to use that, and this is going to go at the top of your jewelry tree. So you're going to just start to wrap as tightly as you possibly can. Wrap your wire around the dowel. And you really don't want it to come loose, so you really want to wrap this around as tightly as possible. And please, if you feel the need to use gloves while doing this, please do so. So I'm just wrapping it as tightly as I possibly can until I can't wrap it anymore. And this is where you're going to use your jewelry crimpers to make the ends come in. And if you don't want to use that, then you can use your wire cutters to cut off the ends as well. So this is the finished look. So you're going to want to do this for both ends of the 2 long dowels and then one end of the shorter dowels. And for the rest of the dowels, you're going to use the smaller bottle. So for this, for me, it's the trial size mascara bottle. And I'm just going to wrap it around the way that I did the essential oil bottle. Just wrap it around tight, so that you can create that nice circle. So again, here is what it looks like. And you're going to just wrap it around the same way as you did the other one. And you're going to do this to both ends of the long ones and one end of the short ones. And here is the completed look for those. So as you start to put it together, you can see how everything's going to be coming together. And so now we're going to be attaching the dowels and the ring to the middle dowel. So you're going to take a piece of floral wire, again it's about 10 to 12 inches, and you're going to wrap it around 3 or 4 times to one end. And again, very tightly wrapped around so that 2 ends of the floral wire will be on either side of the dowel. Then you're going to take your glue gun and you're going to put a little piece of glue where it's supposed to go. You're going to find your marking for the top, and you're going to hold it down until it dries. And then you are going to wrap the 2 pieces on either end of the dowel very tightly again. Just keep wrapping around until it's nice and taut. And there's your first piece on. So next you're going to put your metal ring, and again you're going to take your glue gun and this is just so it stays in place a little bit better when you're going to put your wire on, because I mean obviously it won't be able to hold by its own with the glue. So you're going to take your piece of wire and you're going to wrap it around the top of the metal ring first, and this is about 3 or 4 times. And then you're going to wrap your other 2 pieces around the metal ring on either side. You can see it's about 4 times, 4 or 5 times on both sides of the metal ring. And you're going to do this with the bottom as well, wrapping around the center dowel first, and then your 2 ends of the floral wire on either ends of the metal ring. Okay, so next is the next dowel. And you're going to glue it in place. Find your pencil marking. Take some hot glue and just hold that down until it dries. You might need to press it in a little bit because the ring might get in the way just a little bit, but if you hold it down it should stay. And I also put a piece of floral wire around the ring where the dowel meets the ring, kind of like in the center, just to make it more secure. Okay, so now you want to take your last 2 long dowels. So on the bottom it's going to be the 8-inch, and the top it's going to be the 9-inch. And you're going to wrap your floor wire as tightly on the top of the dowel. Then you're going to take the 2 ends and then wrap it around the horizontal dowel, and then underneath 3 or 4 times on the center dowel, so it's very secure. So now you're going to take some E6000 and you're going to put your tree in the center and let it dry overnight. So this step is optional, but I thought that there was a little bit too much open space to the left of the metal ring, so I took this piece of butterfly wing, it's actually an earring, and I just attached it with some more floral wire around that because I think it's filled that space up a little bit more. And here is the completed look. I think it turned out really nice. Again, if you use that gold spray paint, you might get more of a shinier look, and it might go a little bit better with the floral wire, but I just used what I had on hand. And it holds so much jewelry, and it holds everything perfectly. Bracelets, earrings, you can attach your earrings to the end of the floral wire circles there, and it's just really pretty. And you can put some earrings and rings down at the bottom as well, and that ring on the bottom helps to hold those items. And these jewelry trees go for about $28 to $48 on Anthropologie. So trying this out on your own is a really fun project, and you can save a lot of money as well. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this DIY Anthropologie inspired jewelry tree. And again, just use what you have on hand if you can, and just have fun with it. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks guys. Bye.